We're starting with breaking news from the 7th Ward, where the New Orleans Fire Department is on the scene of a 2-alarm fire.
This dramatic video was captured by an eyewitness viewer just a short time ago. Nearly a dozen fire trucks are on the scene, and traffic is backed up in the area near the intersection of St. Bernard Avenue and Claiborne. Meg Ferris joins us live from the scene with more. Good evening, Meg.
Karen and Ton, the story behind the story of this 2-alarm fire is tragedy on top of tragedy on top of tragedy. 79-year-old Josephine James lost this home in Katrina. It's been blighted since 2005. No electricity, no money to repair it, taxes slapped on it for being a blighted home. She's been living around the corner, but she'd come here every day in the daylight, stand in the doorway, read her Bible, and say prayers that she could one day get her home back. Now, her son, she says, was a victim of crime, and the perpetrator was never found or prosecuted. She says he was hit in the head and he has brain damage as a result of it. But she was in Baton Rouge and came back on Friday, and she noticed the door of her blighted home had been kicked in. She went in and found a man sleeping in there. She called him a young man. She didn't know more about him, and she asked him, "Why are you here? You need to leave." Clearly he was a squatter who was homeless. Now she started crying to us and saying she didn't know if he was in there at the time of the fire. And you can see there are easily a dozen New Orleans firefighters up on top of that mound. You see them going piece of wood by piece of wood to see if this man was in there at the time, and also, of course, to gather any evidence for the cause of the fire. But I talked to Miss Josephine just a little while ago through her tears, and here's a little bit of what she had to say.
I would sit here like during the daytime and read my Bible, and at night I would just stand up in the door and pray, because I couldn't read because they had no lights. And so the only light I did have in there was from batteries. I don't light no candles or nothing in there.
And bless her heart, when the fire department came to talk to her, she was crying, more concerned about the man who she didn't even know, who was squatting in her home. Now, they call her Mama Josephine in this neighborhood, and they say, she tells me she has an account at Hope Community Credit Union. Hope Community Credit Union, that is on O.C. Haley. And I've covered many of these stories. I can't think of a person more deserving of contributions from our community for many, many reasons. Not just the fact that she lost her home, but that she has not had this home since 2005. Hope Community Credit Union on O.C. Haley, donate in the name of Josephine James. She's 79 years old. We will have much more coming up at the end of the show, and of course let you know if they do find that anybody was in this 2-alarm fire that not only destroyed this house, but a little bit of the house next door as well. Reporting live from the 7th Ward, Meg Ferris, Eyewitness News.